Welcome to part two as we preview week 6 of the South Jersey football season. Marc Narducci and Phil Anastasia. And Phil, let's get to a game with Group 5 implications. Atlantic City quietly 3-1 this year, going up against a 2-2 Williamstown team.
Major South Jersey Group 5 implications in this one, Mark, because I don't know if the winner gets in. This is going to be very much a quality field, as it always is in Group 5. So there should be a lot of urgency on the part of both teams. AC won 3 in a row. A couple real explosive seniors in Nassim Deary and Nasir Morgan. The guys have been big-time playmakers for them. And Williamstown, 2-2, have played well, shown themselves to be one of the better teams around. And they're kind of in a weird situation this week, Mark. Their school is closed because of that mold testing in Monroe Township. So the game's on, but going to be kind of an odd week for Williamstown. And again, I think both teams really need this game to get in. Should be a lot of urgency. Got a chance to be a real good game.
Phil, 2 Group 1 schools, one in South Jersey, one in Central Jersey. Pensgrove going up against Florence. Pensgrove's averaging 51 points a game. Florence was in a high-scoring game last week. It might be the first team to 50 wins.
It could very well be. And, Pensgrove has scored, I think, 50 or more 4 different times, marking 60 twice. Yeah. They got a sophomore quarterback in Kevon Lewis who's just put up ridiculous numbers. 80% completions, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns with 1 pick. And they got another junior, Tyreek Brown, who already has 16 touchdowns, leads South Jersey. So very explosive team. Florence, on the other side, like you said, has scored a lot of points. And the interesting thing about the Flashes is veteran coach Joe Frapoli, who started in 1974. This is his 44th season. Enters this game with 299 career wins.
Wow, that's just amazing what he has done. And they have been a winner for most of his career. Staying with a Burlington County team, Willingboro, a team we talked about last week, has now won 3 in a row, going up against an undefeated Woodrow Wilson team.
This is a very interesting game, Mark, because like we talked about last week, Willingboro has gotten on a roll. Trey Green, senior quarterback, David Green, senior wide receiver, not related, but those guys have really led the way, coming off a big win over Holy Cross. And now they go in and play a Wilson team that's playing very well, 4-0, coming off a big win over Morristown, even without junior quarterback Nick Cartman. Jaro Ramos kind of led the way. King brothers, Hydeer Moore. This is a very explosive team. This has got a chance to be a great game. I think both of these teams, are going to get in their respective tournaments, Group 2 for Willingboro and Group 3 for Wilson. But as far as seeding, this game means a lot because there's a lot of power points on the line for this one.
And we look at a game on Saturday, 2 undefeated teams. Paulsboro against Haddonfield. Haddonfield playing the game 1 o'clock at Cherry Hill West. Paulsboro, one of the premier backs in South Jersey, and Holloway, he's already had 806 yards, 9 touchdowns.
He's a big-time playmaker, Mark. He's just a guy who finds a crease and can explode. It's first and goal with him from anywhere on the field. This is a great game because these are rivals. Even though they're never in the same division, these teams have played every year, dating back to the Colonial. Paulsboro won last year down at Paulsboro. And obviously, like you said, the Red Raiders playing very well. The interesting matchup here to me is Paulsboro's defense, which has been very good, led by the Marina Cousins, but juniors Anthony and Santino, against the Haddonfield offense that scored 38 points in every game. Jay Foley, junior quarterback, coming off the best game probably of his career, so a little bit of a clash there, and a lot on the line in terms of power points, because there's a lot of power points on the line for both of these teams because they're both going to win a lot of games this year.
Yeah, there's no question about that. So a really good week in South Jersey football. As always, we hope you enjoy the games. For Phil Anastasia, Marc Narducci for Philly.com.